Right. Okay. Let me. Um, I almost deleted that. Okay. Hello. 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 Come on in. Um. I know I should be. I should be putting the time up that I'm gonna be going live so people know when I'm coming on live. Mm, 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 mm. I'm just waiting a little bit for people to come in because I haven't really told people. I haven't really told anyone that I'm coming on live. So, um, okay. So the topic of this video is why are you tight in your body and scared of everything? On TikTok, I think it will just be like, why are you tight and scared? Because, like I said, TikTok on the in the live videos, it doesn't let you type beyond certain. Oh, encourage videos to view imaginary players. Okay, let me just put that there. I'll think Cardi B. um, okay, I don't know how to remove this. I guess it will go away after a while. All right, okay, so I'm just going to start. In case there's people watching the replay, it's now 2.5 minutes. So if people are watching this as a replay, they don't have to wait that long. Um, So the topic is why are you tight in your body and scared of everything? And this is again, I have to keep saying this because I want my audience to know who specifically this is for. This is for women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Middle-aged women who have been tight in their bodies for most of their lives, and they have a deep knowing that they are meant to use their aliveness in their body, their sexual body, as a way um, to their way to fulfillment in this lifetime is through their sexual body, meaning their the use of their body, their aliveness. Yeah, really, that's what it is. The sexualness, the arousal, the aroused body. But because their body has been deadened due to traumatic experience, distinct traumatic experience that has deeply impacted them. Thank you so much. Hello, Sonia. Hello, Alice. Um, Thank you for joining me. Because they've been had this traumatic experience in their lives, and that's impacted them. They've become this tight woman, tight in their bodies. And I talked about this a little bit yesterday in my other video. But this woman knows that her wealth and her fulfillment lies in the use of her body, her sexual body. And I'm going to explain a little bit more about it. When I say sexual body, I'm not talking about sex, even though sex is part of it. But the sexual body in the woman is the woman's aliveness, the woman's arousal, when the woman is aroused. And arousal, I know, is associated with sex, but arousal doesn't just mean sex. That you're not just aroused during sex. Arousal means even sometimes you're triggered and you get aroused. Sometimes you're angry and you're aroused. Arousal just means you're alive. Your body is. That's how your body communicates. Your body communicates through you, through arousal, through sensing yeah, sensation. It's not like how the brain communicates to you. The brain communicates to you in words, like you hear words or you see pictures, images, and stuff like that. And your intuition also does that. Your body doesn't communicate like that. Your body is going to communicate to you by sensation. It's because it's your tactile memory, tactile um, tactile body. So you're gonna communicate. You're gonna receive messages through feeling and through sensation. And so you have to be, as this woman, it's important for you to get rid of that tightness, because you're tight now, you can't read the signals in your body. Your body is trying to communicate to you, and you can't listen, or you can't hear, or you don't even trust it because you've been so tight, like since you've been young. Okay, and so because you've been tight and so tight for such a long time, you think that this is who you are. And now you're scared of everything. Hello, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. So one of the reasons why you're so tight in your body and you're so scared of everything is because arousal is shamed in our societies. Being aroused is like, oh, it's like you can't be aroused. Like it's a thing that's shamed in our bodies. It's like arousal is associated with sex and sexuality. So, oh no, you can't be aroused, especially as a woman. Arousal. So women don't like feeling aroused. They don't like admitting that they're aroused. So they run away from it. And to be fully in your body, to feel deeply, and to feel arousal, which means to feel deeply, to feel everything that's going on in your body. It also means to feel good. That means you're not running away from any feeling. You're not running away from feeling angry. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon, or this wherever you're from. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chippy. Is it Chippy? Hello, Aja. Hello, Eunice. Hello, Lady. Hello, Jaxi. Can we see that dress? You're looking at it. You can see it. Yeah, to be aroused also means to feel aroused in the body, and to feel deeply as a woman means to feel good, because you're not running away from any feeling. You're feeling good in your body, like you're enjoying feeling deeply. And that is also shamed in our societies. Like, you're not supposed to feel, you're not supposed to be triggered. You can feel a little bit, but not that much. So women run away from this, and that also contributes to why this woman feels tight in her body. To feel deeply also means, I took notes, so I'm going to be looking this way and that way. To feel deeply also means to be aware of how you're dressed. Like, you're wearing a dress and it's rubbing your nipples. To feel deeply, like to feel every part of your body, means you feel every part of your body. Like, you feel your nipples being rubbing against your dress. You feel any little breeze that touches your skin. You feel it, because you are sensitive. You are aware of how your body feels, and you're in your body, and you're not ashamed to feel. You're not tightening up to stop the feeling. To feel deeply also means that you loosen your jaw. So many women have this. I know I did for a very, very long time, and I still have to catch myself. Like, you're just tight in your jaw. You're not aware of this. You're not aware that you've been so tight until someone tells you, why don't you loosen up? Just loosen up your jaw a little bit, To also feel deeply is to feel that your tummy is tight, like you like wherever you're sitting, or you're sitting down, or you're lying, or even you're watching TV, like you're tight in your tummy. You've tightened up so much, like it's always tight. That's also being aware of that, being aware of how you're feeling. Feeling deeply means feeling every part of your body, wherever you are, in every moment, just feeling deeply, It also means feeling how your knees are locked up. Why? This is also a reason why some women don't know how to walk in heels, because their knees are locked up. When your knees are locked up, you can't walk in heels properly, especially if the heels are like 3 inches or more, like 4 inches, because your knees need to be locked up to be able to be fluid for you to walk like that. If your knees are locked up, that's when you start doing all that wobbly stuff. But you have to be aware. You have to be able to feel your body deeply to be able to aware of that. And this is frowned upon. So just as a woman, if you're watching me right now, what's going on in your body right now? What's going on? Are you feeling yourself? What's like? Where are you? Are you sitting down? Are you standing up? Are you at your job? Are you working? Are you lying down? What are you doing right now? Are you washing the dishes? Are you, I don't know, reading or watching a movie? What's going on right now? What's happening? Where are you right now? Are you able to feel yourself where you are right now? What's going on? What's going on with your vagina right now? Can you feel it? Can you feel that it's whether it's wet or whether it's like dry or whether what's going on there? What's is it like? Is it numb? Can you feel it at all? Is it like um, just there that you're not even aware of it, or like what's going on? Um, are you breathing deeply? Are you like just breathing like shallowly, like just the breath goes just to your chest and comes up? Or are you breathing deeply? Because breathing deeply is also something that a lot of women don't want to do, because when you breathe deeply, you relax and you feel sexual, you feel the emotions of it, because breathing deeply slows down your body so you can feel. So a lot of women also don't do that. What's going on right now? Are you just breathing shallowly, like in a shallow way, or are you breathing really deeply? And also, yeah, like I said, what are you doing right now? Are you eating? Are you hungry right now? What's going on in your body right now? Are you hungry? Are you like, do you need to go and pee? All of these are sensations that we feel before we actually go to the toilet. We feel the sensation that we want to go to the toilet. Before we go to eat, we feel the sensation that we are hungry. So what's going on in your body? Are you feeling all those things right now, or are you just like, I can't feel anything? Like it's like, what's going on? Are you sitting comfortably? If you're sitting down, is your back hunched up? Is your back like all bent over, jacked up, or is it relaxed, or what's going on? So I'm just asking questions so that you guys are become aware of how you're feeling. And or is this too much? Is it like, oh well, I don't think I can do all this. This is too much feeling, or it's like I'm working, I don't have time. What's actually going on? Or do you think that this is like frivolous? Like, why do I have to feel all this? What's going on? Why do I have to feel? you know. So that's also another question that we will address in this video. Can anybody contribute? Can anybody tell me what they understand, or if you have anything to say about this video so far? So I know that I'm not just talking. Like, I know that people that are listening to me are like with me. Does anybody have something to say, either your personal experience or whatever? I don't know, whatever you want to say, like how are you feeling right now, or maybe you were not aware of a certain feeling in your body, now you're aware of it, or maybe you've now started to think about whatever you want to say before I go on, because I know that this is a bit too much. Anybody? Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Fatoumata. If anybody wants to ask my name, and I live in Edinburgh. I think my introduction is in the it's in the what do you call that? What a flashgo? What does this mean? Flashgo. Okay, all right. I'm just adding things. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Okay, nobody has anything to contribute. Okay. All right. Okay, let me just go on then. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. So if anyone wants to contribute or jump in or say anything or just ask a question, you can do that. So before I go on, if you're joining me on TikTok, please subscribe to my TikTok page. The subscription sign will be in my profile, and you can subscribe. It's £10 per month, and I'll be doing videos there that are a bit private. The thing that's going to happen when I do videos for my subscribers is that you won't be able to comment. It's only my subscribers that can comment, and subscribers that can get the benefits that I'm going to be giving them. I have some things here that I've had for quite a while. I'm going to be giving out gifts. I live in the UK, so I will see if I can send gifts to some of my audience members that participate in a quiz and win. If I can do that, if I can send you a gift abroad, and we'll see how we work it out, If you're watching me from YouTube, please go to my profile, and there's a link there that will take you to Patreon, and you can subscribe to my Patreon, and it's also £10 per month. And in Patreon also, we'll be doing the same videos that are going to be a little bit private about how to get rid of the tightness in your body as a woman, especially if you're this woman that you know, and this woman that I'm talking to, she's not guessing about this. She knows that her purpose in this world is to use her sexual body. That's her way to use her sexual body to use as a resource for her wealth, and also that's how she's going to get her fulfillment. Now, she may be doing other things right now, or she may already be actively engaging her body with in a way that gives her fulfillment. But if she's not, she knows that this is where her fulfillment lies. So this woman is not, she's not in doubt about it, even if she doesn't tell anybody about it, even if she doesn't talk about it, even if she's ashamed of it. So my job is to make you remember that it's okay. It's okay for you to be alive in your body, because that's your purpose this lifetime. It's okay for you to feel sexual. That's your purpose. And your distinct traumatic experience that you've had when you were a child or like a teenager that impacted your life in one way or the other is what's going to let you know that. Like, I was circumcised when I was young, and that impacted my life because I went on to work in an organization that worked was mainly to eradicate FGM. I traveled to many places in the world to teach about that, and also it impacted me in a way because I was circumcised with my sisters, but in the way it impacted me, it didn't even impact my sisters in that way. So when I look back at my life, I know that this is part of my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is not taught in school. It's not taught in any school. This is something that you just know as a woman, and this is just distinct kind of women that have this. It's not for every woman. If you're a woman that's like very, very averse to sexuality and your sexuality, then it's not for you. This woman knows that this is who she is. Okay, so to get rid of the tightness in your body, that's going to be talked about in my videos that for my subscribers. Okay, so let's move on. Since you guys don't really have many questions, but if you have any questions, just type them up. If you have any questions, just type them up, and I'll just go back and read them. And thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. So let's look at one of the ways in which being tight in your body affects you socially. Let's start with socially. And I've said this thing. I remember one time, there was a time when I used to grind my teeth. I don't know if any one of you has had this experience. I used to grind my teeth at night so much. I wasn't even aware that I was doing it. In the morning, I'll wake up and my jaws will be aching because I was grinding my teeth so much at night while I'm sleeping. So this is one of the effects of that, of this tightness, maintaining this tightness, being defensive in your body, like because you are you're scared to be free. You're scared to like just be like loose in your body. Like, yeah, be free in your body. You're scared to do that. So you maintain this tightness. And I remember when we were young, I grew up in the Gambia in West Africa. When I was a teenager, we used to run and just go to a club. Like there was a I realized that when one time there was this famous club. Well, it wasn't like worldly famous, but it was like this small club. But to us, it was the club in Brikama. This is a town I was raised in, and it was called 1990 then because it was in the 80s. So 1990 was seen as some big thing there. And I'd realized that as soon as I entered the club grounds, like the dancing, the dance floor, I'll get so tight. I'll immediately get so tight in my body, like because I don't know, because I'm seeing other people, like the other people there, I immediately get so tight. So I couldn't really dance properly. I couldn't even relax enough to enjoy myself as a teenager. So this is also another way in which your tightness will affect you. You want to go out, you want to socialize, but you can't really socialize because you're constantly just watching other people. Like you're constantly feeling threatened, feeling like something could hurt you, feeling like you can't loosen up because it's dangerous for you in your body. Like you're constantly suspicious of something happening. So you just maintain the tightness. Um, yeah, and the other thing is you avoid going out and dealing with people because it's so much strain, because of this tightness that you have. If you're a woman right now that avoids, people, you avoid social gatherings completely, it's because of this. You don't want to deal with people's energies. Like, because when you go out, instead of being free and dealing with people, to deal with other people in a social setting is to deal with their energies, people coming up to you chatting and you chatting to them, you bumping into other people and all this, all of that, dealing with people, engaging with people, having conversations with people. It's energy. You're using energy. If you're always tight, like you don't want, you're like your body is always tight, like you're in a defensive state. You avoid those kind of social settings because you just can't take it. Like it's like too much for you because you don't allow yourself that much space to engage with people. So you run away from social settings. You run away from socializing and you come up with excuses like we all do. Oh, well, I'm tired. Well, I don't have the money to go out. I'm not drinking right now. You don't really have to drink to go out. Or like, I don't have something to wear. But it's because you don't want to deal with other people because your natural state right now, your acquired state is to be tight in your body, and you don't want to open up. You don't want to open up your energy to deal with other people. So you stay in your house, you don't go out dating. You say you want to be with a man, but you don't go out dating. You say you want to make friends, but you don't go out. You don't go out to make friends. You don't let yourself travel to experience new experiences. You don't let yourself try new things. Go, I don't know, horse racing, which is one of the things I like. Go try new experiences just because you don't want to deal with other people's energies. um, the other thing is also the tightness. Your tightness, it affects you because you become so easily tired. you know because you're so tight, you're using all of your energy to maintain that tightness. When you that energy that you're using to maintain that tightness, that's the energy that you're supposed to be using to engage with people, to talk, to have conversations, to do things, to to, I don't know, to work, whatever, to do whatever you want to do. That's energy for you that you need to use for your life or whatever you're doing. But if you're using that energy to tighten up, that's your energy that you're using. You're using it in a way that to protect yourself, to protect your body, because you don't want to, you're scared of what all those experiences may bring and things like that. Thank you so much for all of your gifts. Thank you so much. Thank you. The other thing is also, and I know that I've experienced all of this, all of these. I used to get tired so easily. Oh my God. I was like, I would go out for just coffee with a friend, and like after just going out for coffee and maybe lunch, I'll just be so tired. Like I'll just be so exhausted. Like it's like I did so much work when I didn't even do anything. I was just sitting down and chatting. Hello, Continental VIP. Thank you for joining me. The other thing is also we experience friendships and colleagues as disappointing and as betrayals. Because you're tight in your body, you don't know how to listen to the signals your body gives you. You don't know how to, yeah, you don't know how to read, like they say, read the room. Reading the room doesn't just mean like looking at people or listening to what they are saying, because most of the time people are not going to tell you what they're thinking of you, or you have to figure it out. And figuring it out doesn't, you don't just figure it out by just their words, just even body language and energy and all that. What's going on, what is, like, what's going on in this room, what's going on in this setting, what's going on in this office, like what is the energy, what am I feeling? So but if your body is like tight and you're uncomfortable with feeling, like, you're uncomfortable with feeling discomfort, you don't let yourself feel any kind of discomfort, so you don't listen, you're not listening to anything your body is telling you. So you can't tell when the environment is not good for you, when you have to leave, or like when you have to do something, because you're not listening to your body. An example is, if you, let's say, you have a friend that you have been, like, it's you have been friends with this friend for quite a while, and now, okay, you're changing, maybe you're doing your work, or maybe you've changed your job, and or whatever, or like maybe your perspective has now changed, and the time when you met them, you were doing certain things, and now you're not doing those things now anymore. You're not interested in doing those things anymore, or maybe that happened to them. Okay, so now they've changed, and maybe I don't know, maybe they're talking about you in a negative way, or, but when they come and be with you, they don't show you that, they just pretend like they are like your friend and all that. So when you when you are like, um when you're in your body, when you're not tight in your body, and you can read body language, and you can read the energy that your body is telling you, and you can read your feelings, you can tell that something has changed. You can tell that something's changed, and you can react, in the moment. Rather than, if you are running away from feeling any kind of discomfort in your body, you don't want to feel uncomfortable, then you don't do anything, and then just a blow up happens. Like a blow up just happens out of the blue, and you're like, I don't know what happened. We used to be friends, and now all of a sudden, she's just a different person. But if you were if you were not tight in your body, and you let yourself just feel whatever feeling comes up, you would have been able to read that you would have been able to read that something's changed. Me and my friend, we used to be like close, and we used to talk about everything, but now she doesn't want to, like, we are not talking about things, like she has other friends, and I'm not feeling this anymore. So this happens a lot in friendships. um Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you. The other thing is also, when you're tight in your body, and you a guy sees you, men that are players. Let me just use that word. Men that are players, like, who have been with a lot of women, and can read women. This guy can read you. They can read that you, even though you look good, you're accomplished and all that. You've got your, I don't know what, you've got your houses, you've got your cars, you've got your degrees and everything. You're tight in your body. They can see that. They can see that there's an insecurity there. That's why you're tight in your body. And when you're walking, it shows. It shows that you don't want to take up space. You walk on the side where you just move for people. You sit down gently, like you don't take up much space. Like you don't sit freely, and you don't walk freely. And if this guy is a player and he wants to come and like, just be with you, have sex with you or whatever, he can easily read that. Okay, so now once he's read this, he's going to come in and tell you things that you want to hear. And this is how love bombing happens. They come and, tell you all the things that you want to hear, like in the first month or whatever, or the first week. And then, they either have sex with you or ask you for money afterwards or whatever, or it just becomes something that you don't really want. But because you are not free enough in your body to say, okay, I see that he's bullshitting me. I'm aware enough. I'm free in my body, and I'm not ashamed of feeling anything, and I'm not ashamed of reading that he's bullshitting me. I know he's lying. I know he's a liar and a cheat and probably a player, and he just wants to play me. But he looks good, and I look good, and maybe I just want to have a sexual experience with him. And then you do it. You just have sex with him, but you are conscious. You're intentional with having sex with him because you're free enough. You're not tight. You're not trying to run away from anything in your body. You're not trying to run away from any feeling. You want the sex. He wants the sex. So you have sex. Afterwards, whatever happens, if you like each other, then you continue. If you don't like each other, you just part amicably. But you're not like feeling like, oh, he played me. He said that he wanted to marry me, or he said that he wants to grow up, he wants to settle down. He said this. He said, oh, I was like, I was falling in love with him, because he could see that with all your like grandiosity, he could see that you were insecure, and he read that in the tightness of your body. I don't know whether you guys are you guys understanding what I'm saying. Does anyone have something to say? Because I said a lot here, I know. I know I said a lot here, so I just want to know whether, hello YouTube, whether you guys are, yeah. All right, okay, like I keep saying, if you want me to invite you on the live, you have to contribute first. You have to contribute. You have to let me know that, okay, you're following what I'm saying. You are interested actually in what I'm saying. You have contributions to make. Otherwise, I'm not going to invite you, because I don't know what you're going to talk about. Because if you have to show me first that you're engaged, and the way you show me that you're engaged is by your comments. And I can see all of your comments. And thank you so much, YouTube. And if I don't see that, if you just ask for me to invite you, I'm not going to invite you, because I don't know what you're going to talk about. And I don't want you to derail this live, because I'm talking about a specific topic. All right. So if you want me to invite you to speak as a co-host, show me that you understand what I'm talking about. Show me that you're interested. Show me that this means something to you. It's important to you. You've had personal experiences or whatever, and then I can bring you up. But other than that, no. I'm sorry. Does anybody have any questions or anything they want to add? Okay, I've been here for 34 minutes. Okay, so let's go on. So let's talk about the one that's a little bit more obvious. That's the way the tightness in your body, or being tight, how it affects you sexually and in relationships. And I've already talked about one here. The first one is in like sex. That's obvious. Like when you're tight in your body, you don't enjoy sex, and that happened to me when I got married. When I got married the first time, the first months of my marriage, I didn't enjoy sex at all, because I was scared. I was so scared. I was still very much reliving and very much in my trauma, that I didn't want to loosen up enough to enjoy sex. And to enjoy sex, you have to be loose. You have to relax enough to be able to enjoy it. If you're tight, like even penetration is a problem. So that all of that happened to me. So that's an obvious way of how the tightness in your body affects you as a woman if you're just tight. The other thing is I couldn't have an orgasm during sex for a long time because I was so scared. And this happens to a lot of women, like married women even, like they tell me that they don't have an orgasm, or they haven't had an orgasm in years, or they've only had an orgasm once. Like it's like they are married, but they, like the tightness in their body, they don't want to loosen up. To have an orgasm, to have like to reach sexual satisfaction, you have to be engaged in it in a way that is like free enough for your body to respond. If you're tight and you are preventing feeling, you're preventing sensation, you're preventing feeling deeply, then you can't get there. And so the sex is never going to be enjoyable to you. Now the guy that you're with, he might have some enjoyment from it, but you're not going to have it because you're just so tight, and you're tight in your body, and because you're ashamed of doing certain things. You don't want to be too sexual. You don't want him to think that, oh, she's enjoying it too much, or like, all these messages that we have in our minds that we don't think we have. What kind of hoeing behavior is this? What's all this? What's all this movements, these things that you're doing, and where did you learn how to do this? So that also contributes to the tightness in the body. I remember also there was a time when I used to go to the, what do you call it, phlebotomist? Yeah, phlebotomist. I'm trying to the people that are at the labs that take blood, that look for your vein here or here, yeah, and take your blood. In the Gambia and both here, when they try to take, I've had this experience like twice or three times. When they put a needle in and try to extract blood to do a test or whatever, the guy would the person would be like, you're so tight, the blood has stopped flowing, like you're so tight, I can't even extract anything. What's going on? Why are you so tight? So I'll be like, I'm scared. But I know that it was more than that. I know that like I was scared, but it was not because I was just scared in that moment. It was just that I was used to just being tight. So they couldn't even extract the blood. So they'll be like, just loosen up a little bit. Just loosen up so I can, take your blood. Even when I was pregnant, that happened to me. They couldn't take my blood. So, and that's painful, when you go to this phlebotomy, when you go to the lab, because they have to kind of look for the vein. And then when they put the needle in, oh my God, and then they can't find it, or like when you're tight, then they have to try again. And then, okay. Any questions, anybody? Just to remind you guys, if you're watching me from YouTube, please go to my profile and you will see my Patreon link there, and join me in my Patreon channel or Patreon page. And it's £10 per month for more private, more private videos. And if you're watching me from TikTok, it's just go to my TikTok subscribe to my TikTok. Okay, any questions, anybody, anything, anyone wants to contribute? I know most of you are probably not I don't like saying that because I do appreciate every single one of you, because even if you're not like my ideal audience, you bring a vibe to the life, and I like that. I like that vibe. I like some of your questions. I like the fact that you give me hearts. I enjoy receiving all the hearts and all the gifts. Thank you so much for that. But I know I'm speaking to a specific woman, and I do know that sometimes it's like when I'm talking about something and the specific person or the specific woman are not there, it's difficult to comment. I understand that, but I appreciate every single one of you regardless. Okay, so the way being tight in your body affects you with making money. This is also another one that is like, a lot of women don't really think their tightness in their body affects their money making. Um, and this is an area that, yeah, that I wanted to talk about, because I want to see how I want to let women know who are this tight in their bodies that this is affecting your money making. It's affecting how you make money, and even, you know, your fulfillment. Okay, so the first thing is, like, if you are easily overwhelmed, you know, because you're so tight in your body, you cannot handle that much. You get just easily overwhelmed. Like those easily overwhelmed women that cry just easily. They just cry at a drop of a hat. You just tell them anything, they just cry. They start crying, you know, at work or even as an entrepreneur. Like they just get so easily overwhelmed. Like, oh my God, I need this. I need to do this. I need to. Oh, I'm so busy. I need to. Uh, mm, oh, I can't handle it. It's like, oh no, my God, like, you know, it's like everything is like so. It's too much. It's too much. I can't handle it. You know, it's because you're tight in your body. You don't let yourself open up to embrace life. To embrace life means you have to open up. You have to open up to get the energies of life. The energies of life is like people, other people, um, and people come with their issues. Like people's issues is like, you know, I'll get to that, but like, yeah, that's what mainly it is. You have to open up to life. You have to open up to experiences in life. So when you're like tight, you get just easily overwhelmed, just easily crying at the office, and you know, it's like, the other thing also is like not wanting to take up more responsibility. And I know I've had that for a very long time. Not wanting to take up more responsibility, it comes up as not wanting to seek a promotion when you know you're qualified, because you don't want to deal with what that promotion is going to come with, because you're already tight. You already like, I don't have time. I don't have space for all this. You know, I don't want to go for this promotion, because to go for this promotion, that means I have to deal with things I don't deal with now. I have to, right now, I know the people that I'm working with. You know, I know their issues. I know what's going on. You know, I'm in this position right now. I like the people that I'm dealing with. If I take a promotion and become a manager, now I have to manage the people. I probably have to create a new system. Yes, I'm going to be earning more money, but that more money is going to come with more responsibility. Now I'm going to be seen as the boss up there. Now I probably have to go and do inspections here. I have to make sure that quality control. I have to tell people, like, you have to come on time to work. I have to be the boss. I don't want to deal with all that. You know, people coming to me telling me that I'm sick, I can't come to work, I have an issue, please, I need more money until the end of the month. You know, things like that. You know, people's issues, like not being able to deal with people's issues. And more responsibility at work. It's not just at work, but also maybe in your business. You don't allow in more money. You don't open other channels of money. Like when you're constantly saying, I don't have money, I don't have money, it's because you're not opening channels. Okay, so what can you do now to make more money? What can I do in my business? What avenue can I start? Do I need to maybe start live videos to talk to people? Do I need to start helping people? What exactly is it that people need? Maybe I should ask them, what extra do you need? I know right now I'm serving you in this way, but what are some of your problems? In what way can I help you more? Then you create programs or create whatever to help them. Opening up channels. How can I don't know, how can I create an after service? What's it called? After sales service? After sales service. Like when you sell something, like let's say you sell a car, you're selling cars. Maybe maybe you own the garage or whatever. You're selling cars now, you wanna make more money. Now, how can I maybe link up with people who sell spare parts, so my customers, when they have a problem with their car, they can come to me. So when I ask them to go to the spare parts, mechanics, I get a percentage. Or how can I give them an after sales service where they come to me to wash their car every month, and I just charge them like, I don't know, an extra £10 per month, things like that. It's like creating other avenues, creating whatever you're doing. I don't know, if you're selling food, what can I add to this food? If you're selling like I don't, okay, let me see. Um, if you're selling breakfast, like, I'm just giving an example. I don't really know. If you're selling like breakfast, like you have a small restaurant or whatever, like a small stall, and you're selling like a breakfast menu. But you notice that people, sometimes they come and ask for like drinks, like I don't know, extra drinks, or they ask for like snacks. So you start thinking, okay, I've had some people that come here asking for snacks. Maybe I should add like snacks, like donuts, or I don't know, like what do you call them? Croissants and things like that on the side, so I can make extra money. What exactly can I add to make more money? Whatever whatever avenue you're in, whatever job you're in, whatever, if you're in a job, okay, what kind of side hustle can I have? Okay, now I know I work from 8 to 5. Okay, but I only make, like, let's say I only make £3,000 per month. I need to make like £5,000 because I have this goal, that I have this dream, and I need to fund it to make 5,000. I need £5,000 per month to fund it. What can I do on the side? Okay, so I finish work at 5 o'clock. Um, Maybe I can, go on Amazon and buy, I don't know, a lawnmower and start mowing people's lawns. I'm just talking about the most basic stuff, and then charge them like, I don't know, £40 just to mow their small garden. I have this guy that I called in to mow my garden here because my garden just overgrew so much. I couldn't just, I do my own gardening because I actually like gardening, but there was a time my garden just the grass grew so tall. I was like, I can't deal with this. So I paid somebody who came, and I paid him £40. And he finished it within 1 hour. I was like, oh God, damn, that's like so quick. See, within 1 hour, he just made £40. Things like that. Um, I'm just coming up with any, just any extra thing you can do, like opening up more channels to make money. So if you're so tight in your body and you don't want to deal with people, like, this is also another way in which it affects your money, because you're so tight as a woman. Like, okay, let's say now maybe you do people's hair. Let's say you have a salon, or you want to have a salon, or let's say you already have a salon, and you're earning like, I don't know, £5,000 per month from that salon, but you want to earn a little bit more. So now you start thinking, okay, I'm already dealing with people's complaints. I'm already dealing with people's appointments and all this. What do I need to do to earn more money? Do I need to employ like staff who can be doing braids? Because braids take time, so I don't have to do the braids. So I can only focus on maybe washing people's hair. Do I need to maybe I should buy a fridge and sell drinks there. Maybe I should, um, I don't know, what else can you do when you add to your salon? Maybe I can add like a premium service, like in my salon, where I give them food, like I create an extra room or extra place where people that want to pay more, but they're paying more for the whole package. Like, I saw the salon I saw it online on the internet. I was so happy. I'm like, I'm going to the US. I'm going just to go to that salon. That's all I was so like, oh my God, I was so inspired. This salon, I think it's in New York. It's so beautiful, so prettily made. Once you get in there, once you get to the salon, you book an appointment, you get there. Like, I think it's like this whole package. They give you food, and this is like soul food. Like, it's not like sandwiches or anything. They give you like soul food, like soul Afro Caribbean food, like food that's very filling. At the same time, they give you drinks, and at the same time, they do your hair. So you're sitting comfortably. You're like, you're not hungry. You're not thinking, oh, I only have like 2 3 hours. I have to go and eat because I'm hungry. The whole package, like, obviously you pay more, but they give you food there, they feed you, they make sure you're comfortable, and then they do your hair, and then they let you go. So you pay more because the person tapped into their creativity and thought, Black women like going to the salon, and we spend a lot of time at the salon because to do braids usually takes about 5 to 6 hours. It takes a long time. So can you imagine if you go to a salon and then you're there from like 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock? You're gonna get hungry, you're gonna get tired. So if you're at a salon where you have the means to lie back and someone's doing your hair and you can eat and you can drink, you're chatting to them while they're doing your hair, making sure you're comfortable, who's not gonna pay for that? I was so impressed. I'm like, I'm getting a visa. I'm going to the US. I'm going there just for a week, just to do my hair at that salon. That's how much I like that. People are gonna pay for that. So this is what I'm talking about. This extra creating extra avenues of money. But you have to be able to deal with people because all of that comes with people's extra energy, people's complaints, people's criticisms, people's demands, people's questions, people's people have their quirks, their idiosyncrasies. Like, okay, I want to do my hair like this. Okay, what time can I come? All these issues. Like, do you have this hair? What kind of hair am I supposed to? All these kind of questions. In whatever field you are, it's all about like dealing with energy, dealing with other people. It's like it demands energy. Like whatever field you're in, even online, like if you're going to be online dealing with people's questions, you have to have the energy for it. You have to be open. If you're like just tight and you don't want to deal with people, you you it's going to affect your money. People are going to ask you questions. Okay, so what are you talking about? Like what are you talking about? Are you selling something? Is this a course? Is this how is this going to help me? If I buy this, what is the course about? How will this change my life? People's issues, like after people go through your course, are they happy? Are they not happy? What are they not happy about? Dealing with people's criticisms, dealing with people's issues and stuff like that. Even online criticisms, like people coming on and calling you this, calling you a whore, calling you this. All of that is energy. It's energy coming towards you. But also people that come to you and are happy with you, like people that say nice things about you, people that say, "Oh, I love you. Thank you so much for all of your knowledge. Or thank you so much for all of your information that you're giving me. Thank you for so much all this help that you're giving me." All of that, accepting compliments too, that's also energy. If you are so tight all the time, you can't take anything in. Somebody comes to compliments you and you want to fall down. Because you can't take it. You make excuses, and or you fall apart like, oh, everybody's criticizing me. They're calling me a bitch online. They're calling me this. Oh, I can't take it. Oh, you want to go and hurt yourself. You want to go and do something to yourself. It takes it. You have to be able to take all of that. Take all of that in. Some people just can't take it. You have to practice. Like you have to practice. Little by little, by taking all that in. So if you're tight in your body, it's like you don't accept energy. You don't let people come into your space. You do everything to avoid that, and that's what it fucks with your money, because money comes from people. So money is not going to fall from the sky. So you have to deal with people. You have to engage with people, and human nature is such that there's a good side to it and there's a bad side to it. Now it's not good or bad. It's just all good. It's just that how we experience it. Um, so yeah, being able to deal with all of that, as much as possible. Okay, any questions? Thank you so much for all of your hearts. Thank you, YouTube. Okay, so let's go to how being tight in your body affects you in your health, with your health. With your health also, that's a bit obvious. It's a bit more obvious with a woman that's like just so uptight all the time because she doesn't want to loosen up. Overeating, overeating to push down the discomfort. Maybe you're triggered. Somebody called you a bitch online. Somebody called you whatever. Somebody like called you stupid, or what are you doing? What are you talking about? That kind of thing. And then you eat. You go to the fridge. Who's done that? Yeah, I know I have, not because somebody called me a bitch or stupid, but sometimes I get triggered about something, and I immediately go to the fridge to look for something to eat. Or something happens, maybe I receive a letter or whatever. I don't like the letter, it's uncomfortable. Then I immediately go to the fridge to look for something to eat, you know, all that. Under eating, not being able to carry weight, all of that is like being tight in your body. Some people overeat to deal with all of these things. Some people just undereat. They just can't carry anything, and they get sick very easily, very very easily. Like, all these people like that just get sick at anytime something's moving around, like any illness that's like going around. They just get it. They're always sick, like whether it's the flu, a cold, headaches, um, whatever. Uh, yeah, any kind of sickness that's going on, like any like kind of sickness that's just going on, they just catch it so quickly because they're already defensive in their body, like they're already tight, so their body is not really functioning at the optimal state, so they easily just take in like illnesses, like, and they're the type of people that will always say, I'm so sick of this, I'm sick of this, I'm sick, I'm just so sick of, I'm sick of this nonsense, I'm sick of what's happening, because they can't carry the weight of life, they can't carry the weight of um yeah, the weight of life. That's what really is. It is because they're trying to protect themselves from not being inconvenienced. They're trying to protect themselves from not being uh, pushed or like triggered, or so that's what causes the tightness in the jaw, in the body, in the stomach. The other thing is also overworking. Overworking, being tight in your body is also like is also another way it manifests, like you overwork, like you're overworking because you don't want to feel, you're just constantly busy, just running around trying to take care of everybody, like what's going on here, like like those people in the office, like that are always like, what's going on here, trying to fix everybody, trying to make sure that just work 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 work. They cannot sit down for a minute and just relax. To relax for them is like almost like death, like it's almost like the arm is gonna fall off, or like one leg is gonna fall off, so they're always busy, always busy. They don't let themselves relax and feel in their bodies because they don't want to feel, they don't want to feel, is like uncomfortable, so uncomfortable to them, so they maintain this tightness in their bodies. So to maintain that tightness in your body and to actually work, you have to phase out, you have to do something so you can't feel, so you're doing something, you like overworking is one way, like you don't let yourself sit down for a minute and rest, you don't let yourself um, take a break, you don't let yourself go on any vacation, and even when you go on vacation you're just working working working, you can't relax, you can't take your mind off your work, you're always like calculating things, like always like thinking, I have to get this done, I have to, like you feel like if you don't take care of it, it's not going to get taken care of, like something's going to happen. Catastrophizing, what's the yeah catastrophizing. It's like you always see the bad side of things, you always think that something bad is going to happen. And this is also a manifestation of being tight in your body because you don't trust life. You don't trust that life is going to work out for you. You don't trust that. And it always does. And I know I've been like that for a long, long time, you know. Um, but if you look back, even me, when I look back, I'm like, how do things work out? Things just work out. Like I've been in situations where, like when I was in them, I was like, okay, this is the end. Like I would be like so affected, but it always works out. It works out in a way that is like good for you, like that's beneficial. And if you also look back at your life, you realize that things always work out. Things just miraculously just work out. No matter how bad they are, they just work themselves out, you know. But when you don't trust life, and most of us, like, is like, because of this traumatic experience that we've had and we are holding still, and because we don't want to feel, we don't want to loosen up to feel the bountiness of life, and we are raised by mothers. It's this part is really the you really impacted. This tightness that women have in their body is like, they're impacted by it mainly through their mothers. The dad, your father is like the person who teaches you about boundaries. Your mom is who teaches you about life, the fullness of life. So if your mother was living a life where she was not, she didn't trust life, meaning she didn't go out and live her life and trust that life will always work out for her, and be didn't run away from life, didn't like think, oh, I can try this, or didn't wasn't like always like thinking, oh, something bad is going to happen, I can't try this, I can't take this risk, I can't go out and make money, I can't say this, I can't do that. You also grow up thinking that that's how life is. You don't trust life, so you become this tight person, this tightness. You have this tightness in your body because you're not open to life. You're always thinking that something bad is going to happen. Okay, and this is why you're always scared. You're scared of things. Things touch you so deeply. Any little thing that touches you is like, like I was saying, like yesterday, like where thank you so much, Chippy. It's not Chippy. Where I was saying yesterday about, like, when you're just sitting in your house, and then suddenly the phone rings and you're like, because you're so tight in your body and you don't even realize that you've been tight. Or the doorbell rings and you're like, oh, like any little thing, just like it just razzles you so much, like just even on things that are like, they don't have any like bite in them. They're not any. There's nothing bad about them. Just regular things, like, because you're so tight in your body. All right, okay. I think I've said enough. If anybody has any questions or like contributions, please let me know. But in the meantime, just like I keep telling you, if you are watching me from TikTok, please subscribe to my TikTok channel. The subscription tag or button, I don't know how it shows up on my page, will be in my profile. If you click it, it will take you to the subscription page where you can subscribe for £10 per month. And in there, I'll be doing more private videos, and those videos are only for my subscribers. If you're watching me from YouTube, you can go to my profile. There's my Patreon link, and in my Patreon also, I'll be doing like the same private videos, and that's only for my Patreon members. Okay, so yeah, both on both channels. It's like on YouTube, you go to my profile, the Patreon link is there for you to join, and on TikTok, it's in my profile too, for you to join my subscription. And if you guys have nothing to contribute, then I will just, oh, why? Next. Sexual activity and services. No. Mm. The notice is unclear. All right. Okay. TikTok just turned off my life, saying that it's like a violation clip. What did I say in the clip? Okay. Anyway, that's TikTok for you. Okay. So if you don't have any questions, I was gonna go off anyway. The access to the live. Okay, so they're gonna look at my thing. Anyway, okay, if you don't have any questions or any contributions to make, I will just go off. Thank you so much for all of your hearts. Thank you so much for all of your contributions. Just like I said, if you want to subscribe to my membership for more private videos, please go to my profile. If you're watching me from YouTube, go to my profile. There's my Patreon link there, and you can join my membership there. If you're watching me from TikTok, please go to my profile again, and the subscription button or the link will be there, so you can subscribe from there. All right. Okay. Good afternoon to all of you, or good evening, or wherever you're watching me from. Good morning. All right, and I'll see you again soon. All right. Bye.